Hello, Region 1. You know, I want to say this one right off the top. We talked about the three justices up there. And the reason I'm going to raise this is because on my way home from work, I was listening to the radio like many of us do. And there was a young lady called in on the talk line. And she said, I didn't see on the material that I received whether these justices that are running are they Democrat or Republican. And she said, something's wrong with this. Well, we know that's experienced voting, right? That there's a nonpartisan side to the ballot. It's kind of like those hamburgers we used to flip, you have to turn it over, the ballot. And on the back side of it, you'll see that there's a nonpartisan part where you vote for the justice. So I wanted to get that out clear so that, you know, radio is large, it's television, it reaches a lot of people. And that information, they didn't even know how to clear it up for her. And it was just as simple to say it's a nonpartisan ballot. That's why you won't see whether or not they're Republican or Democrat. So I just wanted to raise that concern here. But also, moreover, and I just learned from Jimmy, I didn't know before we got a little bit on the side. You know, just getting out of here. But let me just say this. Many of us came here on boats that didn't want to be here. And then many of us came because we did want to be here. But what matters today is that we're all in the same boat. It doesn't matter how you got here or what port you decided to walk through, we're all in the same boat. But there is something very fantastic about this group sitting here, okay? There's something very amazing about each and every one of us. We got a debt. We got a debt to pay. Everybody that works for Ford, for General Motors, for Chrysler, we have a debt to pay. Who pays their bills around here? Huh? Y'all pay the bills? We got a debt to pay. We got to pay back President Barack Obama. And the only way to do that is to make sure that we go to the polls and do what we're supposed to do. Okay? Now, then of course you don't have to do that if you don't feel like you owe a debt. Who owes the debt? I think everybody from Ford, from Chrysler, from General Motors owe that man. He put it on the line. Jimmy was right. Joe was right. He put it down. He said that he didn't care what anybody thought. We were worth saving. We were the first that he saved. Come on, y'all. There's an opportunity to pay him back, to show our appreciation from Ford, General Motors, and Chrysler, and as good UAW brothers and sisters. I pay my bills. I make sure that I pay back. Even when you do me wrong, I'm going to pay you back. So if you do me right, you know I got to pay you back. All right? That's the attitude that we foster here in this union. We know how to pay back, and we owe President Barack Obama. Sunday, the Republicans were on 92.3. And they were beating him up pretty bad. And the first point of attack was us. They, you know, and I couldn't take it anymore. I had to dial in. Okay? And I began to, and I was hoping I'd hear from a lot of you just start dialing in. We've got to take it to them, because they're trying to take it to us, and they're not playing around. And the first thing I had to straighten out with them was the fact that it was not a bailout. It wasn't. And I said, gentlemen, this is a Frankie Garcelle show. I said, gentlemen, just like you go to the bank and you want an auto loan, or you go to purchase a home, you want a homeowner's loan, it was a loan. And we paid it back in record time.
That's right.
We got to take President Barack Obama back in record time, too. And there's not enough of us within the confines of the walls of Ford, General Motors, and Chrysler to get the job done. Jimmy talked about how he talked to 7,000 people. He got 7,000 people together. It's going to take an army. I mean, hey, I can take this room and triple it, quadruple it, 10 times over what's seated out here right now, and we can kick some natural can.
Yes.
I mean, you got your mothers, your fathers, your sisters, your brothers, you know, your neighbors, and all those people driving that other stuff out there. You can talk to them. And we're discovering that people just need a little bit of education. They just want you to talk to them. All right? I had one young lady approach me that I had talked to maybe about 3 months ago in orientation. She had just gotten hired and come through the orientation process. And I ran into her, and she said, you know, I haven't shopped in Wally World since I went to that orientation. You know? It just takes communication. You know, you think that everybody that's buying stuff that they shouldn't be buying are just buying it because, you know, a lot of people follow you. You know, if you don't say something, they're going to go on and they'll live right next door to you. If you don't go over there and say, hey, what you doing with that? Okay? And they'll keep on doing it. But if you offer them up some alternative lessons, you know, look over there on the wall. We are going to rebuild this economy stronger than before. And at the heart of it are going to be 3 powerful words: made in America. He still fight for us. If he was going down losing this election, I don't pay attention to those polls. I pay attention to my soles on my shoes. Okay, and how fast and how quick I can get to the next person and talk to them. I pay attention to the fact that I can go next door and talk to somebody. Or I can go into church and I can talk to somebody. You know, I can go to work and I can talk to somebody. How many of you talk to one another sitting out here? How many of you done that? All right? Stand up and thank them for President Barack Obama. Turn around and thank each other for President Barack Obama. Thank you, come on. And when you're shaking the hand, tell them they got to pay you back. Oh, there we go. I got you. Check. Not at all, not at all. Thank you. You know, I can sit here and I can stand here and give you story after story, reason after reason, but we're all living it. We're all living it. And you know, Joe had it right. I mean, Jimmy had it right. He's telling us, Mitt Romney, what he's going to do. Huh? He's telling you every day. I don't know, somebody put something in the water. It sounds real crazy. I'm looking at it like, where did this come from? You know? But we know the story. We've lived it. You know, and the greatest question that was asked, are we better off today than we were 4 years ago? And let me tell you, I was on that Frankie's show for a minute there before I got real warm. And I said, you know what? I said, Frankie, you're right. We don't have to talk about who started this thing. We're talking about now moving forward. Well, President Barack Obama got a way forward. Okay? He's got a plan on how he's going to keep things moving forward. We no longer have to talk about how we got here. We know how we got here. There's a guy called George W. Bush that put it here. All we got to do is say those words, and we don't understand at all. Is that right? That's right. And with that, y'all know what you got to do. Let's get out and take care of business. Okay? I thank God for Nancy. Nancy's done a hell of a job up here today. Look at Nancy.
That's right.
All right, now let's stand up. Joe Ranch and Jimmy Saddles, come on.